There is a new mega trade. 11 hours ago, this was reported that now the Lakers are in talks again with the Brooklyn Nets. It's always been of getting Kyrie Irving over there, but now the Lakers actually have a package that could get not only Kyrie Irving, but Kevin Durant to come over and play with your boy King James. It's going to be sending Talen Horton, the 2027 and the 2029 pick. Welcome back to the NBA White Guy Show. Here we're going to be talking all things NBA. So today we're going to be talking about this blockbuster trade. Again, I'm not worried about the contracts and if the money fits and all that. It's just straight up, can these players play together? What would Kevin Durant, LeBron, and Kyrie do together on a court? Does it fit? Does it mesh? And by sending those players over to the Brooklyn Nets, can those players play? And what does this mean for the future of the Lakers with no first-round picks, that kind of stuff? That's what we're going to be discussing right now. So I saw this article on the Bleacher Report, and this is something that really caught my attention because it's all been talk about just Kyrie Irving getting back together with LeBron. I thought it was an incredible, fantastic idea. Listening to Kyrie speak on all of these podcasts of late of kind of owning that relationship breaking or falling apart. I get it. He was young. He won a chip. He wanted to go play somewhere else, kind of be the man. Like, who doesn't get that except for these old grizzly men who sit in chairs and just tear people down? But the dude's a straight baller. And when he plays, he's one of the most unstoppable forces in the NBA, not only now, but of all time. I think arguably, if not arguably, the greatest finisher, closer. I remember watching him with the Cavs on some of those runs. There was not, if he went to the rack, I don't care, left, right, whatever, scooping up floaters, he never missed. I remember telling my kid, he was like 3 at the time, like, dude, he can't miss from underneath. So getting him back with LeBron, with that relationship, with the respect that he's had from LeBron and owning up to it, I think that alone is a huge fit. But now you throw Kevin Durant in the mix, and I think the people who don't play basketball, they won't get this. Oh, there's not enough, basketballs, all that kind of stuff. Here is the true fact about this. So we're going to talk about the trade, what it means, and what's got to go. But right out of the gate, I like talking hoops, and you have to understand that locker room, that chemistry, some of that is the most important thing to winning. You always watch these teams that win, and they got the best chemistry ever. So the chemistry that LeBron, KD, Kyrie would have together, let's just run this through as a hooper, right? What is LeBron's favorite thing to do other than, win? He is going to lead a team. He's going to get his players open. He loves to facilitate, to assist. He gets a lot of enjoyment. He may not have the clutch gene like you guys say, even though I think that is the most overrated statement of all time when you actually look at how many game tying, especially in the playoffs, but just getting your team to the playoff is one of the most clutch things ever. And he's done that at least once, right? So when he can sit there and be the floor general, year 20, save a little bit of his body. This is what he wanted to do with Anthony Davis, and Anthony Davis won't take the torch. He keeps blowing it out, and he's having to work harder than he ever has. He was playing 38 minutes last season. And so what he wants to do is take a little bit more time because he knows if he can get to that postseason with a solid team that he can take it. You don't get that championship. So Kyrie, we already know that he can play with LeBron. LeBron can really run that point. Kyrie can come off the screens, whatever. He can bring the ball up too. They're going to both be able to play. But KD, remember just 2 seasons ago, LeBron was the assist leader. He averaged over 10.8 assists per game. So he loves to do it, and he still averaged 28 points. So he's going to get his 24, 26 points. He's going to crush, Kareem's scoring record. Now he can facilitate. So the other thing is LeBron's always getting double team, triple team, and he's getting the paint packed in. Last season they couldn't shoot a 3 to save their life. Now you got KD and you got Kyrie, incredible 3-point shooters. LeBron's going to be able to continue to drive and kick. Now when he's able to drive and kick, last season they could pack the paint. They were really not worried about anybody on the Lakers shooting the 3-point ball. So that, it's impressive that he was almost a scoring leader. In fact, if he would have just played 1 or 2 more games, he would have been the scoring leader when the entire team was against LeBron because his team couldn't shoot. So this makes it easier on LeBron now. You cannot leave Kevin Durant open. You cannot leave Kyrie Irving open. They are going to kill you. So you're going to see a lot more just single one-on-one against LeBron. The pick and roll is going to be open. You're going to have a big man. And if he can kick out to a KD and KD can make a bucket, now I think LeBron's going to get to the rack easier, which he loves to do. He loves to get downhill. As soon as he gets on his shoulder, left or right, you're not going to stop him. So I think he'll still be able to get his 24 points, and he's going to get it way easier now, and he's starting to shoot way more threes. Whether he shoots a high percentage or not, he is hitting threes. He's getting his buckets through the three-point line. So now, even when Durant is running that point, hey, this is something where LeBron can kick out to the side too and hit his shots, but he's going to be able to direct these players. I think it's an absolute home run fit. Now, you've got to send over Talen Horton-Tucker. I get it. Like, his potential is through the roof. And I talk about this from a basketball player's perspective, whereas this dude is like 22, 23. He's an incredible talent, but he's got to play under a LeBron James system. The pressure there, I could not even imagine. And it's more of fit your role, right, when you're playing with LeBron. So I think Horton-Tucker going out, getting onto another team, and allowing him to play his 30-plus minutes a game, I think he's going to be a bucket. So I think it's a great fit. Obviously, you're dealing with Westbrook over with the Nets, but I think Westbrook's still a player. I know everybody trashes on him, hates him. I couldn't stand watching him this season, but at the same time, coming from the perspective of a player, he's not losing his ability. He was just trying to fit in with a LeBron James culture. His whole entire career, from probably the age of 8 all the way through college, all the way through the NBAs, he's the lead dog. He's bringing the ball up. He's directing traffic. He is going a million miles an hour. He is getting buckets. He couldn't do that last year, and he was really trying to be better and make better decisions. And he was just an absolute nervous wreck. So he couldn't handle that pressure. I don't think anybody could, and that's what made him who he was last year. So I think you get Westbrook back onto another team without a LeBron James on there, he will do better. And if Anthony Davis stays, somewhat healthy, they're going to be a good fit. So I wanted to go back more into this. Brian Windhorst was reported by saying that one of the possibilities is for Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant to potentially be traded to the same place. Windhorst once suggested the possibility of the Lakers having the ability to make the package to get both players. It has been floated to me by executives that if they were to be kept together, the Lakers can make a package to get the both of them. So that's where I do believe this could happen, and I think it's an amazing thing. So what do the Lakers get? Obviously, Durant and Irving. Durant still got 4 years on his contract. Irving and LeBron both have sign-and trades. LeBron had his contract, talks the other day. I think if they don't get anybody, if he takes that $98 million over 2 years, that means he's just getting his money, waiting for his kids to get in the league. That's my honest opinion. I think he should take less and really try and get some of these players over. But I get it. If he can't get anybody else and he's got to play with Westbrook and Anthony Davis this year, he's probably going to sign that 2-year extension for $98 million. Doesn't really give him any more options when you got Westbrook, AD on the $200,000 or $200 million contract. You got Westbrook $47 million, and you got LeBron now, making almost $50 million. That's basically your whole team. So, but the Nets would receive Davis, Horton-Tucker, Westbrook, and the 2 picks. 2 picks in 27-20. Get them out of here, dude. It's the Lakers. You're going to be buying stars anyways. They tried the whole drafting thing, and they had some killer players, but Lakers are all about show. They're all about bringing in the stars. So 27, 29, you're going to get Irving and Durant out of that. Home run. Now, do they fit together? Do they play together? I think this is something from a basketball player's perspective that you need to look at. Irving, Westbrook, they just are 2 completely different players. And I get the whole thing about Westbrook coming in last year. They were trying to get this player that everybody's seen for the last 10 years where he can actually go in and get you, triple doubles. He is a regular season player that can get a lot of minutes, and then towards the end or the postseason, LeBron's obviously going to take over. I think that's been his whole thought with Anthony Davis and Westbrook. Hey, these 2 players together can win me enough games to get me the postseason and then just let me do my thing. It was obviously a massive failure, and I get it. Again, I want to come from a hooper's perspective. When you are the top dog, right? You've played growing up, best in state, then you go to college and you're playing, but there's the best in state on there, but you dominate, you get minutes, then you go to the NBA, you can still do the same thing, and then you get on a team where LeBron James is running it. Westbrook, his whole entire career, has ran the point guard, ran the show, directing traffic, going a million miles an hour. That is what he does. Now he gets into this role where he's basically got to be, hey, on the court with LeBron, who's going to be doing all that. Now he doesn't want to make mistakes. Now he's got 8 million people out in the world and the news and everybody talking about him, calling him Westbrook. The pressure got to him. He's still a player. He's still a hooper. But the problem is when you get into those situations when there's a lot more pressure and you have to change who you are, then you're going to make mistakes. You know, I was just watching my son this weekend. He played up 2 grades. So he was with 6th graders. He's only in 4th. And you could see, when he's playing against 4th graders, he's tearing up the league. He has all the confidence. He's dribbling. He's point guard. He's running the whole show. He's driving. He's kicking. He gets up against those 6th graders. He's playing a different role. He was put down to the corner on a spread offense, and he's nervous. He knows he's only getting, half the minutes that he's used to. And when he goes out there, he wants to make a big impression for these older kids, So the pressure gets to certain people, and I get it. Now, I'm not going to use an example of, a 4th grade team for Russell Westbrook, but that is the kind of mentality that if you've never played the game of basketball, you just don't get. You will never get that kind of pressure when you have to be something that you're not used to. And then when you do it, you want to be better so that you make a good name for your teammates and your teammates respect you. It just can add a lot of pressure, and I get why he was Westbrook all season long. Get him out of there. Get him over to Brooklyn. I think that fit with Anthony Davis, and now he can get back to the role that he's doing. I think Horton Tucker's an incredible player. If you still got Seth Curry and some of these guys, Joe Harris shooting, I think that's a very viable team. You got those 2 picks, 27, 29, that they could use to get somebody else there. I think even with Simmons there, it's a great fit too, because Simmons is not going to have to score or anything. The problem is you have Simmons and Westbrook. Both of them can't shoot, but Simmons is 6'11". You could put him down at the 5, put AD at the 4. I mean, that's an incredible kind of like small ball team where we know Simmons can play defense. So now with LeBron having way less pressure, he'll be able to drive as soon as he gets you on his shoulder going downhill. Nobody can stop him, and he's going to have to worry about a center down there. That's it. But as soon as they collapse, you've got KD, you got Kyrie, you can kick to. It's going to be a massive, massive team that you can't stop. So I think they should do this trade yesterday. This is something they should not hold back on. And I think with LeBron, I think he's going to go back just like he did 2 seasons ago, be an assist leader. I think he's going to absolutely love being able to come down, direct traffic, kick, open shots, and be the assist leader again that he loves to be. Still easily, very efficiently scoring 24 to 26 points a game, beating Kareem's record this year, getting to the playoffs. I'm telling you right now, this is the kind of team that would be an absolute title contender, if not title favorite. There's nobody who would beat this. So they need to be getting this package together, putting it in a bow, tying it up, and sending it off. What do you think? Comment down below if you think they should do this, and do you think they would fit? I know I'm right. I know they would fit. But what's your thoughts on them fitting? Until the next show here, we'll see you back on the NBA White Guy YouTube channel.